Where are you, mate? Ah! He's a nice size. He's not massive. He's a good eating size. Oh, the window's out.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a hole. Oh!
On July 1st, 2021, in the Blue Ridge Mountains, Heidi from the YouTube channel Lil Red Heidi Hood began her first river kayaking trip. Her channel usually shows calm outdoor routines, but this run felt different from the start. Fast water ahead, shifting currents, and something on the riverbank she didn't expect.
Good morning, guys. I did not get much sleep last night because I am so excited. I'm doing something for the first time. I'm going kayaking. I've never been kayaking down a river before.
You get it buoyant.
The water is super clear.
It is intimidating.
Are you scared?
No.
I am.
But wait till you see it. And you're like, oh, all of that. All that noise for this 6 inches of water.
Oh my gosh, we're getting back in? Yeah. Everything's going pretty smooth so far, except for the fact that I don't know if you can hear in the background, but there is a huge rapid set right up here. I've only been in the kayak for like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna have to learn pretty quickly here how to manage rapid set number 2. There is the rapid set. I'm scared.
She entered the river and approached the first rapid, the current tightening beneath her boat. It was her first time handling moving water, and the pull was stronger than she anticipated. She cleared it, but the uneasy quiet that followed hinted the river wasn't done with her yet. The second rapid rose quickly, a larger, sharper drop that pushed her kayak into a line she struggled to hold. She made it through, shaken but upright, aware now of how easily the current could have taken over. Downstream, the calm felt thin, as if waiting for something else to break it.
Right here, next to it, but he didn't come up very high. I just saw like his back and I guess one of his fins. It was like yellowish green. We just spotted a group of 3 otters swimming happily over there. So yeah, we've got some competition, some predators in the water. There's the bear running from the train. It's way over there. Right, running along the bank, headed straight for us. Yeah, I think we should go.
Oh, there he is.
He's coming. Okay, so there's a railroad track right up there, and I'm pretty sure they're just hanging out. Oh wait, he's right there on the bank. There he is.
Then she saw movement along the bank. A black bear running parallel to her kayak, keeping pace as she drifted downstream. It stayed with her longer than she expected before finally falling behind, leaving her with the quiet that comes only after danger has passed. Viewers pointed out how unstable her kayak looked at the second rapid, and how quickly the bear closed distance. Some questioned whether her inexperience on river water made the encounter riskier than it appeared, turning simple moments into something far less predictable. If this was her first time on fast water, one question remains. What set the bear into motion that day? And how close did she come to a very different ending just outside the frame? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. On May 28, 2022, in the cold reach of San Francisco Bay, Kara and Nate, creators of the travel-focused YouTube channel Kara and Nate, set out to attempt a swim many fear even to imagine. Their videos often follow global challenges, but this one forced Nate to confront his deepest fear. Dark, open water stretching from Alcatraz to shore.
Swimming in deep, dark, murky water and having no clue what was swimming around me has been my biggest phobia. So today, I am facing my biggest fear and undertaking one of the hardest physical challenges of my entire life as Kara and I attempt to swim 1.5 miles in cold, open water from the infamous Alcatraz prison to the shores of San Francisco. We've come down to the marina that's just on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge to meet up with Brian, who is gonna be the pilot of the boat that is gonna make sure that we don't drown today. We're doing this under the supervision of professionals.
So if you look over here, those 3 buildings combined are called Fort Mason. That's going to be our first sighting location. Pick one of the 3 of them. It doesn't matter which one. I just want you to swim toward them. Water temperature right now is 53 degrees. Air temperature is about 52.
It's cold! I'm alive! I'll have fun!
Fort Mason!
Here we go! See you on the beach! We'll see you there! When we first jumped in the water, we were running on pure adrenaline. The combination of my heart beating 1,000 miles per hour and the cold water made it almost impossible to catch my breath.
I had thought the cold would be the hardest part of this swim for me. Turns out it was the least of my problems. I began to panic because I could not catch my breath.
Not to mention, it was pretty much the first time we had ever swam in open water. Having never done anything like this before, it felt a bit like being in a washing machine.
I just swallowed my first wiggle of water. What are we doing? I just working on controlling my breathing.
Keep swimming. You got this. 5 strokes. Give me 5. 5 breaststroke. Keep the freestyle going.
They reached the starting point near Alcatraz and entered the water, the cold hitting instantly. Nate struggled to control his breath as the shock set in, trying to keep moving despite the panic closing in around him. Kara pushed forward beside him as he fought to stay focused. The bay felt wider with every stroke, hinting that the hardest stretch remained ahead.
Once we reached the halfway point, I felt like I was finally hitting a bit of a groove. My heart rate started to slow down, and I finally felt like I had a little bit of control. And that was the first time during the entire swim that I thought about sharks. My eyes started wandering down into the deep, murky water beneath me, and I promise I started seeing shadows. I can't remember what snapped me out of it. It was probably swallowing some more water, something like that, but I knew I could not let my mind wander back there again.
I see the beach, let's go! At this point, I finally felt like I was in a bit of a rhythm, but then I realized just how cold my body had gotten. It felt like we had been in the water forever.
Keep driving into that beach.
I had no idea how long it had actually been, but I knew I wasn't getting any warmer, and the beach still felt so far away.
Farther from the island, their pace changed. Nate slowly regained control after reaching the midpoint, managing longer strokes as his heartbeat steadied. Yet the sight of the dark water below resurfaced every worry he had carried into this challenge. Kara faced her own battle, realizing how little distance she seemed to gain despite her effort. Both continued through the cold, uncertain how much more the bay would test them.
We were told that if we took too long to get across, we'd be forced to get back in the boat due to risk of hypothermia.
We posted our potential finishing location on Instagram. We didn't know if anyone would actually show up, but I cannot tell you how much we needed every single one of those cheers as we neared the end of the swim.
You did so good!
Nearing the shoreline, exhaustion settled in as the cold deepened. Then they heard cheering from the beach, voices that had come to encourage them through the final stretch. Step by step, they made it out of the water, faces numb and bodies shaking, but the challenge finally behind them. Relief and disbelief mixed as they stood on the sand, knowing they had completed the swim they feared most. Viewers noted how demanding the swim truly was, especially in water that cold and currents that strong. Many pointed out that their safety team and conditioning made the attempt possible, raising questions about how unprepared swimmers might struggle under the same conditions. With dark water beneath them and shifting currents all around, some wondered what moved below the surface as they passed. In a place known for uncertainty, how close did they come to challenges the camera never revealed? On November 29, 2025, deep in the mudflats and mangroves of Australia, Nick Fry, known for his raw catch-and-cook adventures, set out for another 2-day hunt. But the stillness of the mangroves carried a darker edge. Every hole hid something unseen, and the only tool he had was his bare hand.
Well, we made it back out into the mangroves. The sun's slowly setting. We've only got a couple hours left out here, and we need 2 of these giant mud crabs. Let's get going, Vixie. It's an awesome place to find crabs. You often overlook them, sitting up in amongst the mangrove roots here. All the best crabs I've found over the years tend to be right up these streams, as far up as you can go. Big males, which is exactly what we're looking for. All right, so that is a big mud crab hole. As you can see, it's way bigger than my hand. In other states of Australia, you can actually put a hook down and pull them out that way, but here, it's illegal. So what I like to do is I bring just a piece of a hand spear, and I don't hook them, I just put them in to feel if they're in there. Okay. So that we're hearing right there, it's literally, wow, he's not far in. We're not allowed to use that to grab the mud crabs, but we're allowed to use our bare hands. So he's not very far in there, so fingers crossed. Holy crap. I almost just lost my finger. Woo! It's like I can almost see him. Where are you, mate? Ah! Oh, release, 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 release. Oh my goodness. He's a big solid buck and he just grabbed me and he's detached his claw, which is a defense mechanism they do, obviously when they feel threatened. Let's get the other half of this bugger. Oh my God, he's gonna get me again. Oh, that's his claw, that's his claw. Oh, buddy. We got him, look at him there. Not bad. This is looking so good for crabs here. Kinda don't want to put my hand down any more holes right now. I've got a crab here. Just don't want to take his... Guys, that's a big crab. That is a really good crab. It's like a bigger crab than we caught just before, but I don't know if you can see me pressing there. See how it's soft? Pokes in a bit. So basically he's going through the molting stage. These crabs, they grow so quick, they can double in size in a few months. So I like to put these guys back because I know they're growing. So put him back there. You can see he's had a battle with another crab. Oh, let's go that way, buddy. This hole just goes on, and there's no doubt a giant crab sitting at the back of that. But my arm's only as long as this, so we're not gonna get him today. Not what I was expecting to find. What happened here? Well, the outboard's gone and there's nothing in it, so I'm assuming it's been dumped. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a cool little boat. Perfect for setting pots out here. I'll grab the Rego just in case someone's actually lost it. There's been a few big storms recently, and maybe it's just a little tender boat that snapped from the mooring and washed up in here.
The first crab hole came with no warning. Nick reached into the dark opening the way he'd done since childhood, following the rules that banned any tools. Seconds later, a crushing force clamped hard around his index finger. His shout broke the quiet as he ripped his hand free, a massive claw tearing out with him. After a few breaths, he pushed his hand back into the same hole and lifted the crab out, confirming it was a keeper despite the sting still running through his finger. But the mangroves had more waiting beneath the mud.
What the hell was that? There's a crab moving just here. I don't know if there's a hole. Oh, look at that. Oh man, he's quick too. He's held up under this log. Okay. What's happening right there is he is in the middle of intercourse pretty much. That's why he's so angry. Oh, okay, this fella right here has likely been in a fight. Something's happened in the last tide. I'd say he's had a big battle with another angry male. He's missing multiple legs. We're not gonna take this guy. I always feel bad for the males that have been in battle, so I'll put him down. Oh, I'm getting tired and sore. Look at this tide, it's coming up. We've spotted a big juicy monster mud crab. All right, I can get him out. Oh, he's waking up now. Look at that, we got him. How am I gonna get him out of here? Oh no, he's hanging on again. Oh mate, he's heavy. He's definitely heavy. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Oh, look at that. This is a big crab. Look at that, that's what we've been chasing. The big monster muddy. He's perfect size. That tide is pumping in. I don't know if you can see, but it's filling up. We're gonna be swimming home if we don't get going now, so.
Day 2 brought rising water and tighter margins. As the tide surged through the mangrove roots, he spotted the second giant crab wedged beneath a collapsing bank. With the water climbing fast, he moved quickly, reaching in and dragging the crab free before the hole disappeared under the tide. It was the biggest catch of the trip, earned in the last moments before the path behind him began to flood. Viewers questioned the risk of using bare hands in holes where a single pinch caused real injury, especially with the tide rising around him. Many noted that timing mattered as much as strength. One hesitation, and the second crab might have vanished underwater. If these 2 crabs hid in the first holes he checked, how many larger ones waited deeper in the mangroves, just out of sight, beneath water that rises faster than anyone expects? On January 26, 2024, along a cold and quiet river, the Vince Fishing Channel recorded a moment that slipped far outside a normal winter outing. 2 young anglers set out expecting nothing unusual, yet something in that stretch of water waited to prove them wrong.
What's up?
It's all private in here.
Oh, we're walking up the river.
Get out of the river and get on the road.
We talked to police officers. You can call the cops if you want.
Go ahead.
We talked to Officer Ships who said you can fish all of this if you walk up the river. The state owns the water. State owns the water. We talked to him right down there at the playground. You can get Officer Ships. He's a police officer. Ships.
High Bridge?
Yeah. We have it on video. What's up?
High Bridge Police?
Yes. Yeah. He said the state owns the water.
They don't. It's all posted. I own the water. I'm the owner of the property.
Okay.
I own both sides of the river, and it's all posted. And I'm going to go call Officer Ships
Yeah, you can do that.
right now.
Cool.
But in the interim, if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate you come out.
Well, we would walk down and go on public because you own this. Can't own the water.
You cannot walk up the middle of the stream.
All right, well, that's what you're telling us. If you get a police officer here, then we can go up.
No fishing.
When the officer gets here, man.
The shift began with a voice breaking through the stillness, sharp, demanding, and carrying a certainty that didn't match the calm around them. The boys barely had time to understand what was happening before the river felt claimed by someone who insisted it was his alone. From there, the quiet began to thin in unsettling ways.
And I've got a couple of guys trespassing on my property.
It's not trespassing. State owns the water.
Officer, what was his name?
Officer Ships. This is crazy, guys. It is ridiculous.
We're trying to fish. This is state water.
Do you know how many people sit right there and go up this every day? Do you know you can't own the water? It's water. You can't own water.
This piece of property.
This is the property. We're not on your property.
Gate on my property.
Okay, the police officer that you're calling right now said the state owns the water.
You can't fish in our section of the club. This is a private club.
That doesn't make sense. Dude, right there, and the water flows into your section of the club. So it makes.
What about the gorge? Do you own the gorge?
Above our property in the gorge, that's fine.
Sir, it's not
We own this property on both sides of the river. You cannot access this property.
Okay, if you just said you own both sides. I'm not trying to be difficult.
What are you standing on?
In the river.
My boots touching it. I'm not touching it. There's so many different ways you can argue this. That's the crazy part. Well, we'll see what the cop says. If he says we gotta go, we're out of here. Don't worry about that.
We're not gonna come up on there though.
But we won't walk up this. It's public. The pull-off we're at up there. It's public there. We walked right down. And we didn't touch this.
Yeah,
we didn't touch this. That's
public land.
I'll give you permission to come out because I'd like to get your.
As the argument grew heavier, the man's frustration turned into a call for the police. The boys held to what they'd been told earlier, but the uncertainty around them felt harder to ignore. With every passing moment, the riverbank seemed to tighten around the conversation. Then footsteps approached, marking the next turn none of them expected.
What's up?
Hi guys.
How are you?
I would really appreciate if you let us walk back. I don't really feel.
We don't. We're not gonna walk back up here. We're gonna walk where it's public. If you want us to come up to it, or we can just talk right here. It's whatever you want.
Well, it's private property, so whatever you guys do, you got to come out of the river.
Yeah, well, so basically, to our understanding, I want you to just understand our side of the story. Officer Ships, we have him on video saying that the state owns the water, and if we wanted to fish right here, we could walk up the river. That's what we did. So we didn't go on their property, which is why I'm telling you I don't want to walk here or there, because that's what they own. But we have an officer on video saying, my name's Officer ship and we could walk here to there. We've never been kicked out before. If you say we have to leave, we will be out of here.
We were told that we were allowed to walk from public property up the river.
I got what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay. And these guys have been here for years.
Yeah.
Okay. They're allowed to have a chain across. This is their private property on both sides. You're not getting a citation.
Okay, I just wanted to tell you what we're, like, why.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's private property.
Okay.
So you do have to.
Yeah, I told you we'll go if you need us to go. But we're not.
Can you guys get out here?
I don't. If we have permission to go up this.
My permission to come up on the property.
All right, cool. Because we're on the pull-off up there.
There's no problem for me.
Yep.
Okay. To be honest with you, I don't like dealing with this nonsense either. Okay. But these guys have a fishing club that have been here for years, and they're super particular about guys being in here. I've never issued anybody summonses. I just know that for years, as long as they say they don't want you in here. I honestly, professionally, don't understand the legality of part of the river being private property. Okay, which is why I don't care how much people yell and scream about it.
Lake Solitude.
I'm not issuing summonses. Like, there's literally a cable that they have across the river further upstream. I'm sure you guys have seen it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Okay, one time we had kids come down in a canoe, and these guys were losing their minds. I don't get it. I don't get it, but I'm not going to open a can of worms by, like, the only way I would find out is if I gave you guys a summons and then you guys went to court and then fought it and paid a bunch of money for attorneys and took it to, like, the Supreme Court. Like, like, you guys are kids being kids.
Yeah.
It's cool. You're not in trouble with me. Got it?
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. You're not getting the ticket. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys don't get in trouble in the future. I kind of take your side in this. I get it. I understand. The problem is as far as, like I said, the private property rules go, when they say you guys can't be here, then okay.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, then it's like, well, they refused to leave after they were told. Well, then it's like, shit, now I gotta charge you. And that's different than just trespassing on private property. Like, once you're told it's private property.
Yeah.
And like I said, these guys have been doing this for years. They've been like this for years about this. So it's been adjudicated in the courts. They're allowed to do it. I don't personally agree with it, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but we're just
fishing.
What are you posting under?
Vince fishing on everything.
Fishing
Yep.
on everything.
YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
I'm gonna look it up as soon as I get back in the truck.
You'll see some interesting encounters with some people.
Awesome, cool. So am I gonna end up on YouTube here?
If I ask your permission and you say yes.
Oh, dude, this is a public service profession. You do whatever you want with my footage. Just don't make me look fat. Sorry, I gotta glue that one. We're good, dude. I'm getting famous here, so don't ruin my shot.
take it all.
All right. Yes, you guys are good. You got any questions?
No.
You're good. We're cool?
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey,
Thank you.
Good luck,
Appreciate
all
it.
right?
All right, best of luck catching
guys,
some
stay
fish.
safe, all
Go
right?
further down the river, you'll have better luck.
Someday in like Nowheresville.
Oh my! And you know what? We talked to another officer the other day who said we could walk from the public property in the water to do it. And these two older guys, they came down. They were so mad. But we're all good. The cops, they said they're on our side.
So are we.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
The officer's arrival didn't settle the tension. It shifted it. Questions were met with unclear answers, and the truth worked its way into a gray space neither side seemed able to escape. Once the exchange ended, the boys stepped away, hoping the moment would stay behind. But before the day closed, the river offered one last surprise, ending their trip on a note no argument could overshadow. Viewers argue whether this was a simple misunderstanding or a glimpse into how fragile ownership becomes when law, memory, and personal belief collide. The unclear answers only made the moment feel stranger. If one claim can shift the entire mood of a river, what else might bend just as easily the next time someone walks upstream? On December 4th, 2021, in the quiet town of Sparta, Tennessee, Jeremy Bosides from the YouTube channel Exploring with Nug returned to a case that had haunted the community for 21 years. His channel focuses on locating missing people beneath rivers and lakes, places where answers often sink out of sight. That morning, the water seemed still, but something long buried was waiting.
And I tell you what, this place is really pretty, very quiet, nobody out here, so we can keep to ourselves, do our thing, and not bother anybody. Let's get the boat in the water, see what we can find. So location number 2 is definitely looking like a bust. I haven't seen anything in the water, and I've been looking for a while. There are some huge balls of bait fish out here, but on the bottom, it's just sand and mud. There's not even any boulders, really. So, I mean, if there was a car out here, it would jump off the screen at me. But let me show you what I'm looking at out here. and then we'll pack up, and then we're gonna head over to spot number 3. See that huge blob right there in the center of the screen? That's a bait ball, or a ball of fish. Small minnows and stuff that swim around. But usually when there's those, there's big fish feeding off of them, but I don't really see any big fish right now. A couple of them pop up on the screen, but nothing really to take home, unless you're gonna eat it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't fish. So location number 2, I'm gonna say, is cleared. There's not one vehicle out here. There's really hardly anything even in the water. I mean, there's a few fish and some big old bait balls, but literally everything you're looking at right now is what's here. A whole lot of mud and dirt and the occasional boulder. That means we need to wrap it up one more time, head to location number 3, check it really good. Hopefully we find something there, because today we are striking out and I'm running out of places to search. It's kind of disappointing me, but you know what? We'll keep going, see what happens. This is the last shot, last spot that I know of to hunt. This river looks amazing, so if there is a car out here, there's gonna be no problem finding it and diving on it. But we're running out of daylight, so let's get out here and see what we can find. All right, fly that back some, see what we can find. So I'm scanning right now, been out in the water here about 20-30 minutes, like I said. I've seen a few things that, you know, kind of looked like a car. It's possible. There are a lot of trees out here though, so I don't know if it's actually a car or not. Whoa. That, oh, okay. That's okay. That's 100% a car right in front of my face. Man. Okay. Didn't expect that. Didn't expect that a bit. That, found a car. We found a car. You saw it, I saw it. Oh no. Now, what are the chances? What are the chances? Oh no. I'm lost. I'm lost for words. It just, I've been looking all day and I finally found a car. Can it be them? Let's go over it again. It's coming up right here. So we're looking at like 13 feet and the water is 46 degrees, which is bone chilling. You don't get a better picture than that. And dude, you can almost tell the shape of it. And I'm not gonna lie, man, that looks like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say what kind of car it looks like, because I know what kind of car I want it to be. But I mean, it's got a short trunk and it's got a long nose, you know. Oh, okay. We're good.
At the Calf Killer River, Jeremy began sweeping the riverbed with sonar, tracing the same route investigators had passed countless times. The screen shifted, soft outlines, drifting shadows, until one shape refused to blend into the rest. It didn't look misplaced. It looked forgotten. But the river wasn't done revealing what it held. After marking the location, Jeremy returned to the water with his dive gear.
Let's just get in the water. Let's go for a dive, see what's down there. Almost there. Missing. All the windows are up. It's a Pontiac. EJR. It's them. They're coming home. They're coming home. I'm lost. I'm lost for words. I'm so glad I could find them. I'm so sad that that's where they ended up. And I can't believe it's been over 20 years they've been sitting there waiting for someone to find them, and I'm glad I did. I don't know. It's it's a weird mix of emotions. I can't even explain it. And but you know what? This isn't about me. This is about getting them home, and we're gonna do that today. So let's start making phone calls. Let's get people down here. Let's get them out of the water. It's time.
The cold river muted everything as he descended toward the shape beneath him. What he found matched the dimensions investigators had discussed for decades. Silent, intact, and waiting just below visibility. Even the smallest detail he uncovered confirmed what many had feared. Yet the surface still held the moment no one could prepare for.
How you doing?
First things first, brother.
Oh yeah?
This is amazing, man. We've been looking for these two kids forever.
Yes.
Let me see this license plate. Oh my God. It's on dispatch right now to run this tag.
Okay.
And they've been here the whole time, right down in there.
That's crazy. That happened.
How deep is that?
I was like 10 feet.
I need you to run a tag for me. And this is big. When you're ready. 473 Echo John Robert. Is that the Fosters? Okay, we found the car. Start a car for me right here, right now. Okay. This is the Explorer with a Nook. I've been watching your videos, brother.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, you just became White County's hero, trust me.
That's awesome.
I done hugged him and everything, man.
You just don't understand how big this is.
I told him that.
Hey, is he getting around? Also getting. Go over here all the way. Yeah. Just got me coming down the hill. All right, hold up.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Aaron and Jeremy. Been missing over 20 years. They're going home.
When recovery crews arrived, the river finally gave up what it had kept hidden. The vehicle rose slowly from the water, coated in years of silt, but unmistakable in form. It was the Pontiac Grand Am, the one missing since Aaron Foster and Jeremy Bechtel vanished in 2000. Jeremy informed the sheriff, and confirmation followed. 21 years of uncertainty collapsed into one undeniable truth. There was nothing left for the river to hide. Some viewers noted how families had driven past this spot for years, unaware the answer was only a few feet away. Others pointed out how a person can disappear beneath shallow water without a trace, raising uneasy questions about how many mysteries remain unseen. If a missing car could rest untouched beneath a familiar river for 2 decades, how many other stories lie just out of sight, close enough to pass every day, yet hidden long enough to be forgotten? On May 4th, 2021, along a remote river reached only by a long upstream hike, the anglers behind One Rod One Reel fishing were hunting trout the way they always do. But the farther they moved into the silence, the more the place felt like it was holding something back, until a stranger appeared and changed the entire tone of the day.
Good, how are you? Having luck today?
Where are you guys coming in from?
Where do we come in from?
What's that?
Where do we come in from, bro? We just parked.
Where'd you guys come in from?
I don't know exactly. I didn't drive. I don't know, man. Sorry.
Where'd you walk in?
We wait up the creek.
Where?
This creek? This creek's.
Explain to me exactly where.
Yeah, 4 miles downstream.
So all those no trespassing signs walk past, they didn't mean anything?
Wait, what? No, which no trespassing signs?
This whole side's marked. And there's no way you walk from down there if you didn't go on my road that has no trespassing signs on the road as well. Otherwise you swam across the big pool. Huh? You can't? Go ahead, show me, let's walk. You guys know you're on my property and you're playing games with me and it's pissing me off. Which road? Did you come in on the state land, the state's parking lot? Were you trespassing something? What was the name of the parking lot? You can get out of here.
Look, you guys know you're playing games, so just be truthful with me, and then I don't send it to DEC. I just want your license so I have it on record. If I catch it on any of my cameras again, then I will send you.
I'm not trying to play games with you, sir. Had I known it was your property, then we would have left. And now that you're telling us, we won't come back.
Show me where you walk, and I'll show you the...
yeah, sure.
I'll show you the no trespassing sign.
Sure thing, no problem. Let's go. There's no problem, sir.
I'll meet you. Tell the boys that I'll pass up and meet at the bottom over here. Get them all. You're on my property. I can have you arrested for being on my property. And you're playing a game with me, which you shouldn't be doing. If you just answered me honestly from the beginning, when I simply asked you, where did you park?
Why do I want to tell you where I parked? We were honest.
When you're standing on my property, and then you're hiking up into my property. That's not along the river. And for the record, I own to the midpoint of the river. You're walking up onto my road, and you can get that all in your little recording right there, as I'm doing as well. If you're on somebody else's property, just be polite. And I would say, hey guys, you're on my property.
That's fair.
It's public.
All right, we're about to go, bro. I mean, we're cool. So we're not going to come back here, and we apologize.
You can. Just look at the maps.
Okay.
You're crystal clear where you are.
Gotcha.
But you're standing, obviously.
Yeah.
I apologize. You were scaring me a little bit. You're scaring me too. I'm out here with my family, and I got my boys up there, and you guys are on my property.
And I apologize now that we know there's a property. I'm very, very, very sorry.
But you knew it was my property when you went out. Because if you got to this point, unless you swam, there's no way, and you and I both know it. All you had to do was be honest in the beginning. I would have given you a hard time. Because I got kids a little bit older than you. And I understand the mentality. It's okay if you cut a corner every once in a while, but if you're on somebody's property, it's perfectly fair for me to ask for your information. And you know you didn't walk down along the river to get to this point, correct? Yes or no? So, for you to do it, you had to walk up past my neighbor's houses up over there.
So, sir, just let
walk. I'll just walk with you.
Okay, you can walk with. I'll just let you know. 95% we walked across the river. The other 5% we never saw a single house. Just let you know. But yeah,
there's no way down here. It's a 50-foot drop.
Yeah,
there's no way
we scaled it.
Exactly. So then you're up at my neighbor's house.
Okay. Oh, we did not see any house, but yeah, we can go ahead and go.
And where you entered on the other side, there's the no trespassing sign right there. I put up 4 of them.
And do be careful, it is a bit slippery on these rocks.
Thank you.
Go, hey. Hey, go.
They reached the falls after miles in the water, finally settling into the rhythm of the river. It should have been peaceful, but calm places have a way of shifting without warning. A man approached, angry, questioning, certain they had crossed his land. His tone sharpened with every answer, turning a simple outing into something tense and uncertain. And the deeper it went, the stranger his claims sounded.
All right, guys, so that was a bit of a mess. We're gonna try to break it down here, but basically that guy claims that we walked across the driveway through a gate to get down there, which we did nothing of the sort. We parked in a public parking lot, completely public. And because I know some of you guys are gonna be asking, public parking lot, and here's the sign. There is nothing here that's posted. As you can see, the sign is, I guess, blocked out for whatever reason. The only thing that's interesting is it does appear that people have been using it for some shooting practice. And we walked either down by the bank or we went full send and hiked up mountains and stuff, and we're on this trail right here where it's literally marked. It's literally a marked trail.
Totally public here. And the area that we went through, we were wading up the river the entire time, and we just happened to scale a cliff and continue onward.
Yeah.
And once we got up to him, there were posted signs on the land, but we were fishing the river. So honestly, it parks in a public lot. We were fishing a public river. We waded up the river.
Yeah.
It seemed a little illegitimate. That's why I wasn't willing to give that guy any information. Yeah. It's just he came across a little bit aggressive. He was scaring me a little bit, and my idea, my first instinct was, all right, pretty much.
Right here, guys, we are literally about to reach Sky's car on this trail, which that guy is claiming he owns this trail. I guess he put that there. I guess that's owned by this blurred out company right here. It's actually a state. It's actually a state, isn't it?
It is.
Only when they left did the truth surface. A public trail, clear markers, all contradicting what he insisted was private ground. The discovery ended the encounter, but not the unease it left behind. Viewers questioned why the man was so forceful, especially when signs showed public access. Some believed he was protecting a hidden fishing spot. Others felt the tension suggested something more than a simple property dispute. If the river was public, why insist otherwise? And what made him so determined to keep people away from that stretch of water?